What is soil? Have you ever dug a hole in the ground? What did you remove to make the hole? Soil. Sometimes people call it dirt, but a scientist calls the layer of diggable material that covers the planet Earth soil. What is soil? If you pick up a handful of soil and look at it closely, you might be able to see and feel what soil is made of. Soil is made up mostly of different sized rocks. You might see pebbles and smaller pieces of gravels. Soil usually contains sand. Particles of sand are really tiny rocks. Some pieces of rock are even smaller than the grains of sand. Smaller pieces are called silt. The smallest pieces of rocks are clay particles. Clay particles are too small to see, but you can feel them. Clay feels slippery when it's wet. So a soil mixture is different sized rock, pebbles, gravel, particles of sand, and even smaller particles of clay and silt, along with earth and water. Rocks, air, and water are earth material, but there is more to soil than earth material. The different types of rocks listed from largest to smallest. The biggest part of rock are pebbles. Next is gravel. The next biggest part, or kind of small, is sand. Silt is the one of the smallest, and clay is so small that we can barely see it with our eyes. Soil also contains organic material. Organic material is the remains of dead plants and animals. Plants send their roots into the soil, and animals dig into the soil. When plants and animals die, their remains become a part of the soil. Plants and animals decay into tiny pieces called humus. Humus provides nutrients for plants. Humus also help the soil retain water. What is an animal that lives in soil? Worms. Worms are good for soil and help plants grow. Worms burrow through the soil. As they move, worms mix the soil and make passageway for air and water. Worm waste also adds nutrients that are good for soil and plants. Not all soils are alike. Some soils have more humus, some have more clays, and some have more sand, pebbles, and gravel. Remember, soil is a mixture of many different material.